This has been mind-boggling. You know, the Helene and the flooding that happened here in Asheville is now the flood of record.
Jake Fortune has been a climate scientist with NCEI for just over 2 decades. We met up with him recently while surveying storm damage in Asheville's Carrier Park along the French Broad River.
And my kids play on that playground all of the time. And so it's pretty close to my heart and my family's heart, and it's kind of a gut punch seeing the state that it's in.
The damage here and all across western North Carolina is still tough to comprehend.
One of the reasons NCI is in Asheville because, you know, it is historically a pretty climatologically safe location.
That, of course, was not the case over a month ago when the rain started days before Helene even arrived. This was one of our weathercasts the day before the storm hit. There's a front that has stalled in the eastern part of the country, and that's pulling up that deep tropical moisture from Helene, and that's why the North Carolina mountains are already experiencing flooding.
Think about Mount Mitchell, highest point in North Carolina, not too far from here, got 30 inches of rain over those 3 days. All that water ran into the river basins.
Helene is just one example in a troubling trend.
We are experiencing more heavy precipitation events, and hurricanes are tending to move more slowly.
Cell signal got worse and worse.
We also met up with another climate scientist. Carl Schreck is a senior research scholar with the North Carolina Institute of Climate Studies. He says there's no debate on what's causing heavier rainfall.
One of the things we understand best about climate change is that as the Earth is warming, there's more water vapor in the atmosphere.
We talked with Schreck near his home outside of Asheville.
Dozens and dozens of people in my community died from the inland rainfall and the flooding. It's just really horrific to see that firsthand.
He says there are early estimates of what kind of role our warming climate played in Helene's destruction.
Something like 20 or 30% of the rain that fell was associated with the warming atmosphere. And so, I mean, it still would have been a disaster anyway, but it would not have been the scale that we saw.
It's something that climate scientists like Schreck and Fortune hope will be taken into consideration as we prepare for future storms.
Helping each other, knowing that we're all kind of in this together and we're all going to get out of it together. And that's the only way that we're really going to be able to rebuild our communities in a sustainable and healthy way as this kind of, as we move through the next stage of recovery.